Ahoy folks, and welcome to Into the Breach stream edition, I suppose. We're greeted by a studio audience this time. Say hello, studio audience. We are going to be trying to aim for unlocking this guy. Hopefully. We'll have to see if that happens or not. I think I was going to be doing a chaos roll. So, unless there's a different run that people in the audience wants me to do, I will go ahead and do a chaos roll. I don't know how I feel about this chaos roll, but we could go with it, I guess. What do I even do with a squad like this? That's an interesting... It's an interesting combo. Combat Mech, Hook Mech, and Boulder Mech. Basically Blitzkrieg, but with the Combat Mech instead of the... Lightning Mech. We could try it. Exactly. That is a very good point. Because I still need to get class specialist and flight specialist, which I have squad in mind, but I need to get Kazakh first. So I guess I could go with this squad. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this one. But I said we were going to go with the Chaos Squad. This is the Chaos Squad it gave me, so alright. I guess give him Shield Ally. I'll give him Move. This window looks a little bit weird when it's squished like this, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and go... See, you've got 2 damage, you've got 2 damage, and you're a hook. So, it really doesn't matter what we go for, does it? Yeah, this is low health Vec. Let's go Detritus. Let's see. We want to try getting to these 2 if we can. So let's go with... Also just realized I forgot to cover these guys again. Nah, whatever. Listen... 3 grid, less than 4 mech damage. Let's do it this one. Oh yeah, we get little teeny little icons now. It's cute. It's because we're working with such a narrow window. Let's see. Yeah, the Hook Mech's gonna be semi-useless. It is armored, so if we can find a brute class weapon that is armored, then we should be okay. Not really sure where to go with that. How much movement do you got? You've got enough that I can't really get to where I want you to go. I was hoping to pull you to here to block a spawn, but that is fine, I suppose. I mean, we can kill both things relatively easily, it's just you are going to be a nuisance. It's no one's surprise, really. How much movement do you have? Not enough. So let's do... I don't want to block a spawn just yet, though. Let's go here. Now, let's do this in the correct order, please. We'll rock him first. And block a spawn with you. Goal is going to really just be minimizing the amount of damage that we can do. I like that. I like this. And we'll repair you. We'll have 3 mech on the next turn. 2 of which could probably we could. No. Of course not gonna move properly. Because of course. Well, we can get out of the way easily enough and then block a different spawn. I want you to block a spawn for me. No, because you'll attack first. So that's a bad idea. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Why did I think that was a good idea? Let's do... I mean, we're gonna pull him out of the way. And I didn't put the power into his move again after shooting. Because of course I didn't. Because you think, oh, it's the second to last turn. I block a spawn, and I won't have to worry about the Vec at that point, but... yeah, they still attack before they block the spawn. So, you know... details. So... keep you guys out of the way, and we'll kill the thing with higher health. Less than 3 grid. We've managed it. I'm gonna go shuffle that power around for Archimedes, because... you know, being able to move after using the grappling hook's probably going to be a little bit more useful than having a lot of extra move. Just a hunch. Defend the train, kill 4 enemies inflicted with acid. Let's do this one first. The nice thing is that there's a lot of acid scattered about, so let's put you there to kind of bait one of you. So there. Put you there and you there? Sure. There's our first time pod. We're looking for those special beacons. The time pods, of course, aren't going to really... those pods aren't going to pop up till mid-late game. Yeah. You've got a good point. If that pod wasn't there, I would have a good play, though, where I can move him to here. Let me use this. If I could pull him to here, then I could whack him this way. Punch this way and do a bunch of damage. But, of course, he popped up, so meh. How much move do you have? 4 move? So if I pull you to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can get him. You can punch him and boulder him. And that'd already be the 2. Alright. Kill him. Kill him. I'm sorry, what? So, apparently acid destroys time pods? Is this new? I didn't know that was a thing. Well then... now what? Yeah, I didn't know that acid, killed time pods. That's... okay, well, I have another way to go about this that's a little bit different. That's, learn new things every day, I suppose. And now there's 4 enemies, which... I mean, only one of them's any threat. And it's the one we're gonna get killed, that we're gonna kill, because it's fun. Except I can't get to you, so you get to kill him. And you get to kill him. And Archimedes gets to showcase how armor works. I suppose. No target available. Alright, we'll do this then. E5... Yeah, I probably should have. I felt more inclined to block a spawn instead. What I should have probably done is find a way to pull him to here. That would have been a bit better. Oh well. We'll get to get him this time at least. Indeed. So, you're not a threat. I'm thinking of pulling him up a tile so that you can punch him and him. Because you're not able to deal with both threats. Which, of course, kind of sucks. So, pull you, punch you, and boulderify you. And then go block a spawn. Actually, we don't need that, so we'll block 2 spawns. Yes, I did kind of just kill one of Detritus's employees, but... It's one less Vec to deal with, and on this particular squad that I've randomly rolled, that's gonna be kind of important. His sacrifice will not be in vain. Or it could very well be in complete vain, and that's how it goes, I guess. Shock cannon. That will work. It's a different weapon than what we've got. Only downside is that it is 2 power. So Fire and Forget is going to have to be forgotten. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Fires a projectile that hits 2 tiles, pushing them in opposite directions. It's 1 damage, but it does 1 damage to 2 targets, which is... it's weird. That looks weird to me. Do we really want to defend a train? Do we ever really want to defend a train? We could also just teleport her and try to get to this thing. We're probably going to do this one anyway, so let's do this one first. There is an artillery weapon that does that. That's the weird thing. I don't remember which one it is, though. But it's more damage. I was kind of half hoping for the, charge engine, whatever's on the charge mech for Zenith Guard. That's not too bad of a weapon at all. Less than 4 mech damage, more than doable. Have I screwed myself over here? Because I can't deal with you without just shoving you over. Well, okay, well, I bungled that one. Ooh! So here's an interesting use. That's an... Huh. You know, that works. Shock cannon's a shoot and pull, so it does 1 damage and pulls the target towards you, which is... Ah, that's weird. I like it. But it is weird. It is very weird. I think this turn I will be blocking a spawn with a boulder. It's a question of how I want to go about it, though. Because you don't have enough movement to really help anyone. I guess I could grapple. And in fact, I think I will. I'm gonna go ahead and grapple you. That wasn't a grapple. That wasn't a grapple. I moved to that, so that's not a grapple. Well done, R30. So grapple you to there. Move you to here to punch you. Kill you. Teleporting a rock. Because of course. Of course we teleport a rock. Okay, so... that's a lot of Vec. That's scary. That's scary. How do I get you out of that? So I can do this. I must be. So I either lose you or I lose one thing at grid. Kill you, and this is just... Okay. Okay. Let's try to plan this out. So, you will have to deal with one of these two. That leaves you D4, H4. There we go. That solves the problem. So let's go ahead and map that out. So if I do you launch here, so move you that way. That means that you can punch out one of these guys, probably him, leaving you to shock cannon and push into you this way. I think that's what we're gonna do. Go die! Can also block a spawn, maybe. Can I block a spawn out of that? Not really. So shock cannon that. Punch you. That leaves us with 3 Vec, which should be doable. Oh, yeah. 2 for 1. That worked out pretty darn well. Destroy the acid vats. I would rather do that over train, so I think we're going to do this one instead. It's where the grapple is actually going to come in handy here, because we can grapple these on top of a spawn, and the spawn goes away, which is useful. Okay, so you I need to deal with, you I need to deal with, and you I don't. And then you can handle that. Alright, that is one acid vat dealt with. Kinda half hoping that that would be easier to get to. Apparently not. Good shock cannon in this guy, that'll block another spawn, which I won't be upset about. So I will do that. And then you, I can just punch out. And you got grid defense! And that will take care of one of the two acid vats. One left. Got 3 more spawns. Nothing really that scary, if we're honest. Grateful I picked an island that only had 2 health Mech. I'll block this one in the corner. You're accosting a designated Pinnacle HR officer. Unhand me! There, you're promptly unhanded. And mech health. That's actually good on him, because the artilleries tend to have low health. Alrighty. And we're off to the headquarters, Scorpion Leader. Getting him on acid's not going to be too difficult, really. I'm going to put you over here to kind of either bait him or to try to pull him if we can towards an acid tile. Yay! So, he's already acidified, which I do greatly appreciate. Thank you. That actually is a big help. So how do I want to deal with you now? I guess just shock cannon you to death. There's worse ways to go. Yeah, I think he's dead this turn. That's actually really good. Bit of a rarity when you can do that. Alrighty, we only got 2 Vec to deal with. Neither of which really that scary. Exactly. We're still gonna kill it. This really hasn't been that bad. I'm pretty happy with this island. It went by really quick. Can't really kill you without going here. Indeed, and shock cannon's actually kind of shockingly good. Henry Kwan, a pole tank. Pole tank's weird. Pole tank is very weird. I don't know how to feel about pole tank. Can gain flying, that is true. But is it worth losing out on a pilot? Because, you know, grid defense. Because I very rarely grab this weapon from the Perfect Island reward. I almost always grab the pilot, because even if I can't use the pilot, it's still 2 reputation points. Which is kind of hard to discount. If I grab Henry Kwan, who do I put that in? Probably in the Combat Mech. So, yeah. Vulcan Artillery... Oh, well, there's our shock cannon artillery version. And a wind torrent, because, of course, there's a wind torrent. Y'all are gonna drive me nuts if I don't pick this up right now, if I'm honest. I would probably end up replacing the grappling hook, honestly. I knew it. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the reactor cores then. And who do I put this on? I guess we replaced the grappling hook? Where do I put you? Where do I put you? That is very true. That is a very good point because we've been really struggling with movement on this one, so let's stick it on you. And I'm debating on if I want to put it towards the unlimited use. I probably should. Titan Fist is going to be more useful, but if we move the Wind Torrent to a different mech later on, we can move these over to the dash relatively easily. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Alrighty, well that is island number 1. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode, but not the stream. Though this should come as no surprise to Biohazard. It's something that he's done with FTL numerous times. But until the next episode, I wish you all the best for the rest of your day.